Are you ready to navigate a crisis in your workplace? In the following guide, we dive into the critical concept of emergency preparedness and response. Let's dive in. Emergency preparedness and response are crucial for every organization. Let's hear some examples that delve into why they're so important. Being prepared for emergencies ensures the safety of our employees and minimizes potential harm to our business operations and reputation.
Swift and effective response during emergencies helps us minimize downtime, reduce financial losses, and maintain trust with stakeholders.
Let's talk about some real-life examples that demonstrate the significance of emergency preparedness and response. Example 1. Company X faced a natural disaster and had a well-prepared emergency response plan in place. As a result, they were able to quickly evacuate employees, secure critical data, and resume operations within a short time frame. Example 2. Company Y experienced a workplace incident that required immediate medical attention. Thanks to their first aid training and availability of emergency response kits, employees were able to provide prompt assistance, ensuring the well-being of the affected individual. Here's a step-by-step guide to effectively implement emergency preparedness and response. Step 1 is to conduct risk assessments. Identify potential hazards and risks specific to your workplace. Assess the likelihood and potential impact of emergencies such as natural disasters, fires, or medical emergencies. Step 2 is to develop an emergency response plan. Create a comprehensive emergency response plan that outlines roles, responsibilities, and communication protocols. Include evacuation routes, emergency contacts, and procedures for different types of emergencies. Step 3 is to train employees. Provide training sessions to educate employees on emergency procedures, first aid, and the use of safety equipment. Let's look at some impact value statements supported by numbers. Companies that prioritize emergency preparedness experience a 40% reduction in downtime during emergencies. Effective emergency response can lead to a 50% decrease in property damage and financial losses. Organizations with well-prepared emergency plans have a 60% higher chance of successfully recovering from emergencies. Here are some pro tips to enhance emergency preparedness and response. Number 1 is to regularly update and test plans. Review and update your emergency response plan regularly to reflect changes in your organization or environment. Number 2 is to foster a culture of preparedness. Encourage employees to take personal responsibility for their safety and the safety of their colleagues. Provide resources such as online training modules or safety reminders to promote awareness and preparedness. Number 3 is to establish emergency response teams. Designate employees as emergency response team members and provide them with specialized training. It's time to prioritize emergency preparedness and response in your organization. By following the step-by-step guide and implementing the pro tips, you can create a safer workplace environment and protect your employees, operations, and reputation. In this video, we've covered why emergency preparedness is important, looked at some real-life examples, and finally, learned how to effectively implement emergency preparedness and response. Thank you for joining us in this video guide. Remember, preparedness saves lives.